Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to another kind of episode of Knights and Merchants where we're going to have a look at the Middle-earth campaign we just did in the editor, so warning spoilers if you've not already played that one. So we're going to go to the editor here and have a look. Just have a look in terms of, you know, whether the guys made it has kind of scripted attacks and things, because there was not that much in the way of attacks during our campaign. I will say that I did like the general look. I mean, it's a bit unpolished, but I can't really say much. My first campaign that I've made, which is still up on the tavern, Baron von Schuffenflower, is very maybe not so aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, this is a nice simple map. This one, it's quite a small one. So we'll have a look. See, it did not have any attacks. So, it also didn't have a barracks anyway, so there was no. I don't think there was any scripting here. I will check the scripting afterwards. But yeah, so let's come out of this one. That was the first mission. Quick reminisce of the missions as well. This wasn't too bad of a mission, although I remember the audio wasn't really working properly. Lots of towers. This guy loved towers. I do like these funky little maps. In terms of the, I don't think there'll be any attacks there. I imagine not. No attacks. Yeah, the layout of the map's pretty funky. Mission 3. This is the one that had quite a challenging first attack, but aside from that, wasn't too bad. Now I imagine he's programmed to walk. Yeah, he has attack positioned, so there wasn't a scripted attack there. These guys are walking, as were they. So it's kind of interesting that he got rid of the defence here entirely. This was the defence generally, so that was fine. There was a lot more coming from the south here. This is a good way of kind of scripting an attack if you don't know how to script. So yeah, you just set the attack position. The only thing about that is if you move them away, I'm not sure what the auto attack range is 4, so if you were 4 tiles away from the tile that's said to attack, if we moved everything like right up here, then they might have just congregated there, which would have looked a bit funky. But of course then we'd have to fight it anyway, because we've got to build at some point. But yeah, that was mission 3. Mission 4, this one was absolutely fine. We had an absolute ton of units and they didn't push. I thought we were going to get attacked, but they just stood here, which is a bit odd. Though he has tried to script it in. Did they attack? I can't remember now. I definitely remember clearing these up from where they're standing now. I don't remember them attacking, to be honest, so I don't know whether he's messed this up a little bit. Maybe he's miscounted the units, or maybe I attacked them before the attack kicked off and killed a unit. Either way, that was quite a chill mission, that one. Bit tedious, to be honest, because we just took the units out one by one for the most part. That was the same mission. Whoops. So mission 5. This was a nice layout. Lots and lots of towers again. One of the things that he definitely did, which I'm not sure if which is one of the reasons I'm not sure whether he tested it, was didn't really make enough serfs, so these guys would starve. Because they're all set to the same condition. Actually, they're not. He's changed a couple. Looks like he's changed one and then given up. Yeah, he's just changed this one for some reason. Oh. He changed this one for some reason. But yeah, loads of them ended up starving, which obviously made it a lot easier. Did he program an attack for this one? He did, 4,000 seconds in. So a little after an hour. Is that right? I think that's right. Can't obviously do maths right now. This one gave us a bit of trouble at the start because of the attack. I'm guessing he just programmed it the same way. He did not, so this was for this. So he got this one right. So that attack here is for this one. Gives a bit of a jip at the start. And he also had these guys attacking as well. 4,000. What about these? Nothing on these. Anything on this? 12 men after 3 seconds. Interesting. So he's not included any attack positions. He has on this base. Those blue ones there for those who don't use the editor. But none for these, which is a bit strange to be honest. I think this is like an ideal position to send an attack from, although it would snake, which makes it a little bit easier to deal with. That's mission 6 rather. This is 7. This is quite nice. We had an ally. Reminded there's a little bit of mission 7 on the main campaign. This actually worked out to be quite a nice place to build, but he used these flowers and these mushrooms as opposed to these ones, and the ones with red on are the ones you can't build on, which is very annoying. So I recommend if you're making a map not to use them unless you really want to for whatever purpose. This is a bit awkward because of the short kind of thin area to attack. And this is the final base, which, did it have any attack? It did, but only a 12 unit attack, so nothing too troubling. Mission 8. I like the bridge with the little waterfall, that was nice. And the fact that we started over here. I like the ideas behind the maps. Let's see if we... So they did have an attack, but it was literally just a unit of crossbow. Yeah, strange decisions in terms of there's no attack from the enemy here at all. So literally the only attack would have been the unit of crossbows, which is very odd. Again, the mission, the design looks alright. Strange decisions on the attacking side of things. Mission 9. I like the start of this one. This was cool. It would have been nice if, I'm guessing these were, I don't know. Maybe he did script this then? Because these guys came in and attacked. They walked all the way down here, but they congregated here, which is a bit like... It didn't look very good. Would have been nice for them to carry on. It's interesting that they aren't setting here or here, which means he might have scripted that. Nice, is it 1 or 2 tiles, that one? 2 tile gap there. That was fun. Let's see if he had an attack. He did, but only a small one, although that's better than the previous mission at least. This is a decent sized attack, but we never saw it in progress because we managed to get through and start pulling them away before they managed to. Oh, they had a big attack then. No, they didn't, unless he scripted it. We'll have to have a look at that. I'll probably just look at that separately, and I'll write a little comment in the YouTube in the description or something to let you guys know if he did actually script it or not. But yeah, so he's got the defense positions set up, the attack positions rather, these blue ones. But you need to put it in here if he hasn't done it in a script. But yeah, that was a cool mission, that. Well, some parts of it anyway. Like the little volcanoes there. It's a very square volcano, that one. Same with that one. Mission 10. Again, I like the funky little thin map. This was an interesting one. Bit annoying that we couldn't build because we were kind of stuck with one schoolhouse, which slowed our unit production quite a bit. I don't think he'll have programmed them to attack, but maybe. He did? Possibly not again. Possibly not. Yeah, he keeps seeming to add the attacking units, but not the actual attack itself. So that was mission 10. Relatively chill. Mission 11, this was probably my favourite in terms of the design. This was Minas Tirith. But as was pointed out to me by Dunners afterwards, these guys were apparently supposed to have a bit of a civil war going on, and I didn't see any of that. Let's see if there's any... So this was just a defensive little town, as was this. which we took the one of the storehouses out. Although it still had another one, so it didn't really make much difference. No attacks there either. So, but there was attacks coming from here, so these were actually working. This one was working. So if we have a look at base 2, yeah, so he had actually programmed this one in. Kind of strange that some maps he's not programmed it in. I'm gonna hazard a guess that he hasn't scripted it outside of the map editor as well, because otherwise it's odd to use this. And this one, he's set an attack, but he hasn't set any positions for the units to gather. Very strange. Maybe these guys attacked at the start, and that's what he meant by the Civil War, but obviously we didn't see that because we were all the way over here at that point. Yeah, a bit odd. Mission 12. This was a fun little map. Big fight at the start. Wasn't very difficult, to be honest. We had so many units, and what with pikes against knights there, that absolutely flattens them. We didn't even do that much of a good strategy. Kind of just ran in and still won. So yeah, that one was fine. And last but not least, mission 13. Decent building area. It was strange that we couldn't build here or here because he put one of those bloody flowers there, which is unbuildable as well as it's not unwalkable, is it? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not. You can't walk there either. Yeah, so you could only have one gold mine, which I know, Dunners, you said it was deliberate. I'm not sure whether it was or not. If it was, then I don't really see the reason behind it. But luckily he gave us plenty of resources here anyway, and we also had trade. But yeah, I think overall, another crap ton of towers. I have to take notes. It was a decent campaign. It looks like, let's just see if they'd set an attack on this one. This was just pure defense. This one was an attack. And would have attacked, so that's good. Yeah, it's a bit odd that in some maps he's done the attacks and sometimes he's not. But yeah, overall, like it was an alright campaign. I think it was a bit too easy, to be honest. The design's not bad. Some of it was quite nice. But yeah, that's my review of Middle-earth. I'm not going to give it a score because I don't like giving scores. So yeah, let us know what you guys thought of it. And I shall endeavour to do some more missions before I head off to Australia, which is my plan in April. But yeah, hope you have a good rest of your day, guys, and I shall catch you in the next one. Take care.